Mr. Vivek Kumar Sharma, Faculty of University of Engineering and Management. So, most welcome all of the students. On behalf of University of Engineering and Management, I welcome all of the students. Students, you have reached on advanced and mature stage of the journey of education. You have completed now schooling and now you have come on a later stage, on an advanced stage of the university. So you will feel the university some universal feeling. It means you would feel a sense of universal things. Means the students from all over the India, from Northeast, from West Bengal, MP, UP, Rajasthan. Okay, so in the whenever students take admission in the university, it is extra advantage of the universal feeling. Okay, so University of Engineering and Management is running a special course. It is General Studies course. Am I audible, students? So, University of Engineering and Management running a special course for all the courses, whether it is engineering courses, MBA courses, management courses, or BPT, MPT courses. So, the objective of running general studies course to increase employability. So, by this course, University of Engineering and Management already achieved the target of 100% placement continuously in 2019 and 2020. So definitely, you have seen um, the University of Engineering and Management also got the 2S award. It is very prestigious award for the academic excellence provided by the USA, United States of America. So last year, University of Engineering and Management got diamond in placement category, academic categories. Okay, so three diamonds and others gold. So lot of activities organized by the University of Engineering and Management. There are a lot of seminar, workshops, and experts are called from prestigious university, IITs, MNITs, and foreign universities also. So the students have the great opportunity to meet with different personalities, international fame, of international fame. So now today we will discuss about the general studies course. So in the general studies course, there are two sections, ESP and SDP. So ESP means essential studies for professionals, and SDP means skill development for professionals. So the purpose of running this DSC course to increase employability. Okay, so we study all the general subjects like constitution, economics, history. You should know about the geography also, basic science, and Vedic mathematics, arithmetics. So actually, we cover all the aptitude test content. So, so if you go through this course, if you study this course, you will be able to compete the public sector's undertakings like IAS, Public Service Commissions, the different Madhya Pradesh Public Service Commission, Rajasthan Administrative Service RAS, UPPCS, Union Public Service Commissions. So, so there are different administrative services, and there are some public sector undertakings like ONGC, PHAL, and these are some SBI, these are some government organizations and semi-government organizations, and even you can compete for corporate sector, totally private sector you can compete. So there are the selection procedures, and you in which there are a general paper, there are a general paper, and there are a subject paper. Okay, so so we study in this general study course the general subjects. Okay, those cover these general papers. Okay, so now we will go through aptitude, learning, and teaching methodologies. So I present a PPT to you. So we will discuss about today. Am I audible? Students, am I audible? So we will discuss about today. So you can see the PPT. It is visible. Okay. So aptitude, learning, and teaching methodology. We will discuss about the what is aptitude, what is learning, and what is teaching methodology. Okay. So let us start. What is aptitude? Aptitude is your natural ability to learn. Because everyone have natural ability to learn. Okay. And it is also called cognitive learning. Natural ability to learn also called cognitive learning. So what it means cognitive learning actually our brain learn very basic things, how to move, okay, how to eat, okay. And when we use our brain in broad way, like human use, so it is called intellectual, and we do the same things, some basic things in better way. That is called development of culture. Okay, so aptitude is your natural ability to learn, means development of culture, means development of civilizations. So aptitude means learn about the natural ability to learn or excel in a certain area. If you don't have the ability, you can learn by the training. Okay, so excel in a certain area. Okay. So what is the purpose of aptitude? Awareness of your aptitudes or your natural strengths can be a powerful tool. This is a powerful tool for your performance, for your perfections to do any work. Okay. When you are aware, awareness of your aptitudes means when you are aware of your strengths or your weaknesses, so you can learn or you can develop your skill, okay, or enhance your strengths and remove your weaknesses. Okay, so that is the purpose of aptitude. Okay, so aptitude means natural ability to learn. Okay, so natural ability to learn, it covers not only mental stage learning but also cover the physical level learning. Okay, the ability not only mental, not logical, it is also cover the physical ability. The types of aptitude we will discuss here about the types of aptitude. So you can see here the aptitude covers all the there are many types of aptitude including linguistic aptitude. The first thing that enhance the cultural development or that is the basic pillar of the cultural or civilization development or our intellectual is language. So language you know already very well. Language is the medium of communication. Am I audible, students? So language is the medium of the communications. Okay. So words, animals also have their language, and they also communicate to each other. But their language is not so much developed language. Okay. So our language is developed. Why? Because we can read, we can write that language, and we can communicate. But animals and birds only can communicate by the okay. So, so the language development depends on the letters, means symbols, okay, symbols, then generation of words, then generation of sentence, then paragraphs, okay, semantic. So all these things covered in the linguistic aptitude, and this aptitude, this ability become able to us how to represent ourselves, how to represent our knowledge to others. Okay, we have the knowledge, but we have not good communication skill. Then we cannot represent our knowledge to others. So linguistic aptitude make us able to better communications, develop the ability of better communications. STEM aptitude. In the STEM aptitude, we cover the science, technology, engineering, and management. So all these things are correlated: science, technology, engineering, and management aptitudes. So there are all students are present: the engineering students, management students, BPT and MPT students. So all the students know what is science actually. Science is knowledge, but is more than knowledge. Science is means we develop equations, we develop the models, okay, and we perform experiments, and then we reach on any conclusion. Okay, we not depend only the hypothesis on assumptions or only observations. So that is the science actually. Okay, this is the actually science also developed by the religion. Due to the assumptions of religions, give the chance to people to raise the questions against them. Okay, then take the birth of philosophy. The philosophy raise the questions based on logic, and but philosophy gives only hypothesis. It based only observations. Okay, based on debates and discussions. But science depends on experiments. Okay, so whatever assumption, whatever the hypothesis, first of all we test, we experiment for that hypothesis, for the assumptions, it is correct or not. Okay, so we use the some technology, we develop the machines, we develop the tools, like the assumptions that Earth is the center of the universe, and Sun and other planets round around the Earth. It was the wrong assumptions that was proved wrong by the Galileo by the telescope. Okay, by his telescope. So like these assumptions. So there were more one more assumption that Earth is not a sphere, it is a half a sphere. Okay, so many assumptions proved wrong by the science. So science, technology means develop some tools, machines, develop some technology. Okay, what is engineering now? Engineering actually it is the approach in which we use the analysis, mathematics, physics, or we can say science. So three basic things: analysis. So in the analysis, we analyze the problems, we solve those problems. That is called analysis. And so engineering means it is a approach, analytical, mathematical, and scientific, by which we develop some tools, some machines, some product. Okay, like if we talk about the civil engineering. So in the civil engineering, we construct roads, bridges, buildings. Okay. So in the mechanical engineering, we design some machines, we develop some machines. In the computer science, we develop hardware and software. So by the using engineering approach means analytical, scientific, and mathematical approach, we develop a product, we develop some technological tools based on scientific methods. And last one is management. So management is nothing but arrange the things in an order so we can optimize the utilizations of resources, maximize the utilization of resources by the optimizations. Okay, so science, technology, and management aptitude. So all the courses like engineering courses or DPT, MPT use the basic science, technology, and engineering to develop the tools. Okay, so we will study about the basic science. Okay, we will discuss about the basic science. So there are questions also in every competitions. Question from physics, question from mathematics. So we will discuss arithmetic questions, basic mathematics in our general study course. Okay, so artistic aptitude. So artistic aptitude means I told you already this aptitude cover all the things. Artistic means what? Artistic means represent your knowledge in a pictorial form, in a diagrammatic form. Design your knowledge. You give a design to your knowledge. Okay. Or your requirement. Suppose you are going to build a house. So you will first of all we design a map. So there will be the dining room, there will be the kitchen, there will be the veranda. Okay, so by the map we can understand the requirements who wants to construct a house or home for its purpose. Okay, so artistic means whatever the knowledge, whatever the feelings. Okay, so it is also cover the paintings. Why the paintings? We depicts whatever we perceive from the environment. So we depict it in a diagrammatic form, pictorial form. Okay, that is called art. Art is a creation actually. So it is a creation. We create something in a diagrammatic form, in a pictorial form. Okay, that is called art. Okay, so whatever this is the ability to present the things in a very easy format, a diagram in a visual format. Okay, so now mechanical aptitude. Mechanical aptitude, we discuss about the mechanics. Okay, so how machine, so when, it, when we see the evolution of our civilizations, so first of all, we see the development of wheel. Okay, so this was the revolutionary discovery of the wheel. Similarly, steam engine. Okay, so behind the industrial revolution, behind the scientific development, there's a mechanical discovery by those we reached on some advanced stage now. After that, we will discuss about the physical aptitude. So, in physical aptitude, it covers all the sports activity. So, you should have the knowledge of how to play cricket, how many players in the cricket, how to play basketball. Okay, so which awards and trophies are given in footballs, in cricket. Okay, and which players are popular like Tendulkar in cricket. Okay, Michael Jordan in basketball. So in this way, you should have the knowledge of also physical aptitude means some physical activities, physical strengths, physical ability to do something. Okay. After that, organizational aptitude. Organizational aptitude means what is the organization? The organization is we organize components and we design a system. Okay, so organization actually develop a system by the adding components. So in each and every system there are like our body is a system. There are different components, hands, legs. Okay, so there are different components. So when we organize all these components, we develop a system or body. When we talk about the computer system, means organization of components, input components, processing components, and output components. When we organize all these components, okay. Similarly, we talk about the organization like educational organization, religious organizations, or administrative organizations. So, organizational aptitudes, so we use some management activities for the organization. Okay, how we use our our resources, sorry, and spatial aptitude. So, spatial activity aptitude means how we have the knowledge of space. Okay, that is cover even all the space and vector and scalar activities in the spatial aptitude. Okay, and lastly, what is the logical aptitude? So, logics developed by the very old philosopher Aristotle. What is the logic actually? Logic means sun rise in the east. There are two sentences like sun rise in the east, or the east is the direction in which sun rise. So which is the correct? The, the sun rise in the east. Actually, the direction in which sun rise, we have given the name east direction. Okay. So the correct answer is the, the east is the direction in which sun rise. So this is the logic, logical things. If there are clouds, or maybe the chances of rain. So the very small logic we are discussing. Okay. So science, I already discussed about that. Philosophy depends on the logics, and by the philosophy we have developed the science. The logical aptitude is very basic things of science. Okay. Now the different aptitude tests. There is a variety of tests that can determine your aptitude. Watson Glasser critical thinking test. So in previous aptitude types we didn't discuss about the critical thinking. Actually, our head, the ratio of our head in our body in compare of our other living things is percentage of head is big. That's why we are thinker. Okay. That's why we develop our language, we develop symbol for the reading, writing. Okay, so better communication skill. So critical thinking, what is the critical thinking? When we use greater level of knowledge, greater level of knowledge means we have the knowledge of the history, we have the knowledge of science, knowledge of maths. When we use knowledge, like Peter Drucker, so if you know about the Peter Drucker, he was the management, he renowned advisor of management, or he called as a management, he known as a management guru. Okay, he was very popular. So he gave the advices to different corporate people. Why his knowledge of history, psychology, management, yes, so that is called critical thinking. When you use your vast knowledge to reach any conclusions, to take any decisions, that is called critical thinking. Logical reasoning test. So we have already discussed about logical reasoning test. Examines how you understand relationship between shapes and patterns. Okay. So there, what is the how the change in the patterns of the shapes can find out by the logical reasoning. Okay. We will discuss all these questions also in logical reasoning questions. We'll solve some problems and situational judgment test. These tests will measure your problem solving abilities with specific workplace scenarios. So we have already discussed about spatial aptitude. Okay. So when we solve any problem, these tests will measure your problem solving abilities with specific workplace scenarios. Verbal reasoning test. Verbal reasoning test goes how you gather information from a paragraph or short passage. The verbal reasoning it was how you gather information from a paragraph or short passage. So there are unseen passages you read and you give the answers. Okay. Inductive reasoning test. In an inductive reasoning test, you will have to look at patterns, determine the next step in the pattern based on logic. We have already discussed logical reasoning test. What will be the next pattern of a shape? Okay. In-tray exercise. This test is also known as an E-tray exercise. It determines your ability to prioritize work-related tasks. So priority decided by this tray exercise. So you have to give the priorities to your task, to your work, okay, to complete your work. So in tray exercise, we use the priority of tasks. Which task should complete first and then after next. Okay, so this is the in-tray exercise. Now we will discuss about the learning. So so far we have discussed about the aptitude. So what is aptitude actually? It is the natural ability to learning. So now we have to understand what is the learning. Natural ability to learning. So what is learning actually? So learning is a method of creation. Whenever we want to create something, we develop something, we use some method, we use some process. So learning is nothing but is a process, it is a method to develop something, to create something. Okay. So it is a method of develop ability. It is a method of develop aptitude. Okay. The procedure of, in other word we can say it is a procedure of solving problem. Okay. So by the using process, by the using method, we solve problem. Okay. It is also called intelligence. Why the intelligence we solve the problem. So how the intelligence come? So intelligence come by the learning. Okay, intelligence come by the learning. Okay. So systematic approach to doing action. Okay. So we can say it is an algorithm to do something. Okay. The steps of doing something. Systematic approach to doing action. Knowledge of natural phenomena. Okay. So all the process or method are inherent in the in the nature. So I give you one example. There is a story of development of glass, discovery of glass, how to discover a glass generation. Some people's कुछ व्यक्ति रेत के ऊपर खाना बना रहे थे काफी लंबी समय तक जो फायर थी और सैंड थी वो टच में रही काफी लंबे समय तक हाई टेम्परेचर के कनेक्शन में जब सैंड के पार्टिकल्स आए सैंड के जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं वो बिखरे हुए होते हैं या सॉइल से कंपेयर करें सैंड के पार्टिकल्स ज़्यादा बिखरे हुए होते हैं काफ़ी दूर दूर होते हैं और जब उनको टेम्परेचर मिलता है तो वो मूव करना शुरू कर देते हैं उनके बीच में एक बॉन्ड बन जाता है और इस तरीके से देखा उन्होंने कि हाँ नीचे यहाँ पर काफ़ी देर से आग जल रही थी और सैंड कनेक्टेड में थी वहाँ कुछ पानी सा दिखाई दिया इट वॉज द डिस्कवरी ऑफ ग्लास सो द process of constructing glass it was the inherent in the nature we have only observed so knowledge of natural phenomena this is one example of knowledge of natural phenomena okay similarly we can take one example of Newton was sitting on place and they saw that one apple is going down to earth so immediate one question came in his mind But why the apple is going down? Why it is not going to upwards? Why it is going to downwards? Okay, so why the observations? They discovered the gravitational force. They give the name gravitational force. Although this observation may be, these observation may be different way. Einstein's not accept the gravitational force. They talk about the relativity compare of gravitational force. Okay, so they said that all the bodies in the universe relatively attached with a force. Okay, but they didn't accept the gravitational force. Okay, and if you see the Heisenberg, they did not accept the existence of particle or any body. Okay, so this is the knowledge of natural phenomena that is inherent in the nature. Collection, clustering, and classification of data. Collection, clustering, and classification of data. So learning means how we learn by the data collection, like the information, classify the data, and then we organize them, and then we develop a system. It is the collection, clustering, and classification of data. Cultural and civilization development tool. So learning is a cultural and civilization development tool. So why the intellectual, why the thinking process? We learn and develop. We have developed the culture. We have developed the civilization and civilizations. Okay. So this is the learning. Learning is a method of creation. It is a process of creation. It is a process of development. Okay, and it is inherent in the nature. It is inherent in the nature itself. Types of learning. So there are different type of learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, active learning, passive learning, cognitive learning, deductive learning, and inductive learning. So there are different type of learning. Supervised learnings means by the experience we learn. Everyone learn by the experience, by their experience. So their experience is called teacher. Okay. So everyone have the teacher in itself, and his, his and her experience is also called a teacher. And so why the teacher we learn, by the experience we learn, that is called supervised learning. But unsupervised learning is we do not use the experience, we do not use the teacher, by the help of teacher we don't learn. It is also called improvisation. If there are new situation, new problem that is not we have not faced earlier, and we solve that problem by the improvisation, that is called unsupervised learning. Okay, so active learning means when you take action to solve any problem, to develop anything, to create anything, that is called active learning. Or passive learning means when you learn from some already available methods, process, technology, that's passive learning. Cognitive learning. Also, I already discussed about the cognitive learning, that how we learn. Actually, our cognitive learning means our brain learns. All the animals Even animals, birds, and human have the brain. But I told you that we have the ratio of our head in compare of other body organs is more than that is why we use this we use our brain very efficient way, and it is called cognitive learning. So our brain learn how to solve the problem, how to play a game, how to give the answer. Okay, so that is called cognitive learning. Deductive learning. In the deductive learning, we have the information and we deduce, we reach some conclusion that is called deductive learning. And inductive learning. So in the inductive learning, we use the some induced method, induction method for the learning. Okay, so this is the learning method. Okay, now we will discuss other things in like teaching. We will discuss about the teaching in later classes. Okay, okay. Thank you, students.